Hi everyone, Dr. Remy from Pain Free and Fit. Today, for those of you with spondylolisthesis in the lower back, we're going to be going over how to safely train your calves in the gym. Hope you enjoy. So if you've seen any of our previous videos on the channel concerning spondylolisthesis pain and working out, you know that one of the prime movements that aggravates spondylolisthesis is extension or arching of the lower back. That can happen when the torso comes backwards or when the pelvis tilts and the tail comes up. It jams the back portion of the spine, aggravating facet joints and the posterior back portion of the disc, many times aggravating spondylolisthesis pain and mechanically having a bowing effect and drawing that vertebra more forward from its neutral position, many times aggravating your pain. So once you learn your RPI, reverse posture isometric, and neutral spine position, that's unique for us all based on our body mechanics, posture, and movement habits, you'll want to engage the proper muscles to put your spine in a neutral position with the appropriate stabilization muscles engaged, any weak links corrected. And with calf training, you have to realize that as the body comes up, as we lift our heels, there's a natural tendency for the tail to tilt up a little bit and the pubic bone to go down, and for our torso to come back and extend the spine. So many people with spondylo, when they go to the gym, they say, I'm in a standing position, I'm not necessarily thinking I'm moving backwards, but yet after calf training, my back's aggravating me. So what you need to do is you need to hold not only your RPI neutral spine, but put particular tension on keeping the bottom of your rib cage hunched down with abdominal tension and your pubic bone tilted up or tail under. That engages the abs and really locks in that neutral spine so that as you come up, you're creating more abdominal pressure higher up in the rep than you are low. That helps to seal the lower back in that neutral position and avoids the typical tendency of extending. When doing one-legged calf work, such as one-legged calf raises, whether you're holding a dumbbell or free weight, another tip is using the opposite leg as opposed to being behind you as you do that exercise, which when the leg goes back, it will support extension and many times cause pain, but taking the opposite leg and bringing it slightly forward. Even a few inches of knee forward helps that pelvis to tilt, tail under, posterior pelvic tilt, and helps to flatten the back. So when doing one-legged work, keep that other knee that's not weight-bearing slightly forward. You'll feel in your lower back it helps to keep it flatter in a safer position. When standing on one leg and doing one-legged work, also avoid the tendency to laterally lean. Many times spondylolisthesis pain is going to be aggravated if we have a sideways compression on that area. So on the standing leg, keep the rib cage tall and the hip down, avoiding hip hiking as you're going up and down. Again, emphasizing your RPI and neutral spine as you do that. Another option for people with spondylolisthesis, low back pain with calf training, is seated work. Now, one of the nice things about seated work is it puts the load on your thighs and bypasses compression of the back. A lot of people with spondylolisthesis also have disc problems, disc herniations, bulges, degeneration. So discs are aggravated with compression. So one of the great ways to decrease disc compression and avoid disc and spondylolisthesis pain is to use a seated calf machine. As we go up and down in the seated calf machine, one of the things we have to think about, though, is the position of the spine as we go through the motion. As we go down with the weight, many times you'll have a tendency to lean back with spondylolisthesis because in spondylo you have an extension-driven motor pattern, meaning that many times you've learned to extend more backwards as opposed to flexing. There's an imbalance between the way you move. If my seat is perfectly level and parallel and doesn't tilt up and down, that's going to be better than a seat that tilts forward. Because if the front of my seat is lower than the back of my seat, as some seated calf machines allow, it allows more of an extension in the lower back. So if that's the case, you want to try to opt for a seat or put a towel, something underneath, so you build up the front of the seat slightly higher than the back of the seat. That will posterior pelvic tilt the pelvis, and as you do calf raises up and down, you're going to be less likely to have that extension as you go forward. Using these tips and keeping them in mind can go a long way to avoiding spondylolisthesis low back pain with calf training. If you like this video on calf training with spondylolisthesis, check out our Fast Track program. We have a lot more tips at that Fast Track program for spondylolisthesis at the painfreeandfit.com website. It has not only leg training, but full body training, how to design a workout to help support healing in your back and help to prevent injury of spondylolisthesis pain with training, gives you a step-by-step analysis of your body and how to use the corrective exercises and design a program to get you into shape and out of pain. Any questions or comments, write in. I'll do my best to answer them. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to help me share this valuable information with others. And I hope this video on calf training with spondylolisthesis of the lower back helps you with your chronic low back pains.